And we're back! TheOnceCorrupt here. I'm not even sure what bloody episode this is anymore, so let's play Digimon World! We just digivolved into Karbuterimon, which is nice. Karbuterimon is the insect Digimon. He's the base of all the insect Digimons. His Digivolution options include basically Bukamon, Karbuterimon, Kawagamon, Vegimon, Nanimon, Sukamon, Numamon. So not a huge range of Digivolutions, but enough. Anyways, today's episode we're going to be looking at trying to get Kawagamon. Probably going to play this episode through right until we do get Kawagamon. Not entirely sure right this moment. Look, Kumon's, yay! But first things first, let's go stock up on all those super carrots and things I said we're going to get in the last episode, but I decided that I just wanted to get the meat and leave. Digimon's house is still a box. We haven't upgraded that yet. So. Okay, I'm just going to buy a couple of super carrots. What is he saying? I've got too many items. Okay, let's get rid of some items then. This game can be frustrating at times. We really need to do Nanimon to get the Digi keychains. They basically expand your inventory so you can carry more stuff. But whatever. Now I need to get rid of other stuff as well. Let's just get rid of the large MP. Medium MP. I think that's all we really need. Double flops are useful, but we don't need them at the moment. The Digi mushrooms can be put in here too. All this stuff comes in handy a bit later on, but right now we do not need any of that stuff. So, okay, moving on. I love that our little insect knows Megalo Spark. So this is obviously a little bit expensive, 500 bits each. But one of the good things is between Super Carrot and Hawk Radish is I believe they are one of the few items that can also lower weight, which will be useful a bit later on, but you can use these to lower your Digimon's weight down to a more... back down to where you want it to get your Digivolution. Okay, apparently I hit that button. It's fine. We might go have a quick look at your Digimon as well. Set that on right. Okay. Oh, look at that, we have Karbuterimon here too. I didn't know we did that. It's been a little while since I played this. Uh, 10 days or 3 days? Let's go with the 10-day special plan. 5,000 bits. Basically, he goes and he finds some stuff. He'll generally come back with Digivolution items. However, the big problem with Digivolution items is you don't get any boosts when you Digivolve. But if you just want a particular Digimon for some reason, they can be very, very useful to Digivolve into immediately. Moving on, it's time to go to the gym. So we have 5+ care mistakes, and which means that we can really go a little bit nuts with training him. We can really let loose. We don't have to worry too much about getting tired, because that can just count as our care mistake. So let me just flip through my book very quickly. Oop, I think I went past it. Okay, Super Carrot. These bad boys increase basically MP, offense, brains. So I'm going to be giving him some Super Carrot now. And now we train for like 3 or 4 hours, or until Super Carrot wears off, basically. Oop, I didn't even show you that time, it was so good. So yeah, train him while he's hungry. Again, I'm trying to push my care mistakes up. I'm not entirely sure if it counts as an entire care mistake by doing that. But I know that if he were, like, you know, it is what it is. So let's feed him now. We'll feed him some meat. I am aware that he needs to poop. I want him to poop, I do want him to poop on the ground so that we can get that care mistake up. Okay. The cool thing is that when he poops on the ground like that, I believe we can just quickly scold him, and he'll actually do the head bow thing as well. I don't know if that like helps stop them pooping on the ground or anything like that, but hey, if it's going to give us a happiness boost and a discipline boost, it's important because we need to keep that discipline and our happiness high. They're key stats. Okay. Trained him about 4 times now. I'm just going to go down to Centauromon and very quickly have a look and see what our tiredness level is at. Different Digimon seem to have different thresholds for tiredness. I noticed I've noticed in the past, I should say, when training a Greymon, for example, who is a very powerful Digimon, he can seem to train almost all day without getting the sweat drops. I think you can train him every hour of the day except for one, and then heal him up. Or just wait, and then sleep, and then keep going. Or something crazy like that, because he just doesn't seem to get as tired as other Digimon. Also, the stat increases are not static. They seem to differ between Digimon. There seems to be like they seem to have an aptitude for particular stats, stuff like that. I'm gonna give him sirloin, basically to push the weight up. I need to get to about a 30 in body weight at some point, so at some point I'm just gonna feed the crap out of him. A bit tired, so yeah, that's nothing basically. We have the arena too that I've never really been in. Greymon opened the arena there. You can do some battles. I think you can win some prizes. But to enter, you'd want a pretty tough Digimon. Basically, you can't use items in there, so you're gonna really need to up the ante in terms of your general power. Also recommend definitely having 500 brains before even attempting that. Okay, what was I doing? MP. We gotta get the MP to 1,000. Oh, hang on, let's pump you full of some super carrots. I do like the way he grabs stuff. I think that's kind of cool. So I believe that this sort of lasts for so many trainings or until you feed him something else. Because, oh, we got the MP to 1,000. What was I even doing? Next one on our list is offense to 100. So since I've got the effect from Super Carrot and offense is one of those stats of boosts, let's do it. That's defense, Tyler. Good work. Just fantastic. I'm obviously really on the ball right at this moment, as you guys can see. He's hungry, he wants to sleep. I'm just going to put him to sleep without feeding him. Count that as about 3 care mistakes now, probably even 4. I'm just keeping a tally here and a bit of paper. When you're aiming for these higher care mistake Digimon, it's always a little bit like I always want to take care of the Digimon like heaps and heaps and heaps, and it's really hard to kind of avoid that, if you will. Okay, so yeah, we've got a plus 12 then on offense, so I believe that Super Carrot is still working for us. So you can see why Super Carrot is very useful in these situations. I'm going to train him to 100 before I take him to see Thingy. We'll go with sirloin. Interesting. So I was just having a look there, guys, at Digimon, who is the other Digimon we could potentially get, and it's interesting to note that Digimon has the same 5+ care mistakes. However, he has a 75% happiness, bonus condition. So, one of the things that's really going to tip this either in our favor or against us will be the bonus condition. And in this case, we already achieved the bonus condition for Kawagumon, having Kunmon, but that doesn't necessarily mean we cannot get Digimon. In fact, achieving Kawagumon literally achieves Achieving Kawagamon stats literally achieves Vegemon stats, because Vegemon only needs 1000 MP to digivolve into. Again, that should be very interesting. I think the biggest difference will be is the body weight. So keeping Kumon's body weight up at 30 or so, which he's currently at 14. His body weight at 30 will basically stop him from becoming Digimon, or at least hopefully that'll help, because it means that we'll have those two, we'll have a different factor working for Kawagamon, and we won't be excluding it. Oh, I need to go to the Healy place. Won't be excluding any factors, which is a little bit important when we're doing this kind of stuff. Yes, let's have a look down here. We've done some good job in the city though. At the moment I've got lots of Digimon that have been recruited. There's not too many left for us to go and get. We still have some areas that we need to really finish though. Not Gear Savannah. Misty Trees is one. Toy Town is another big one that I'd love to do, but I mean the problem with a lot of these places is they require me to have specific Digimon. Like I don't see the point in going to Factorial Town until I have a Digimon who I can use in Factorial Town. Which might mean I'd need a Gairomon or something like that, which we may very well go and get. A Gairomon is quite a good Digimon. Bit tired again, not too bad. The purpose of pushing his weight up, giving him sirloins that are +3s. So our happiness is going up very steadily. I can see there our happiness being at about halfway up that bar would be 75%. So if the half the bar was blue, it would be at 75%. When the whole bar is blue, then that's 100%. If the whole bar is pink, then that's 0% basically. So we're somewhere at about 60% happiness, and I mean that's a bit of a danger zone for us. We're getting a bit high in the happiness area. We really need to get discipline up and get happiness down. So we may have to scold him a little bit. Okay, the next stat we have to achieve is the speed stat at 100. And let's just have a look at our Super Carrot stuff. Looks like we will be feeding our Digimon Horseradish in order to get our speed boost. Here's the 12. I like training speed, it's quick, it's efficient. Let's get another poop on the ground because, hey, at some point or another I do need to get a Sukamon and I want to do the Atamon thing. It's kind of cool, you get a Sukamon at like... Cool. Just gonna push this one up just a little bit there. So overall, I think we've achieved all Kawagamon's stats now. The 1000, 100, 100 on offense and speed. Oh, didn't save it then. Okay, that's fine. What I am going to do now is just train brains. Oh, I'm going to have to... We're getting a little bit close to Digivolve time, so... Let's just push these things over the edge, because... Yeah, that's better. That's correct. Just gonna push his weight up with sirloin. It's a great way to go with this sort of stuff. Keeping his weight up above 25 there is just going to make a big difference for getting our preferred Digivolution. Oop. Do one more. I'm going to do it on bonus, because let's do it. Ah, unlucky. One more. I think we can push Karbuterimon a little bit more than we are. Ah, poop everywhere. That's okay though. Do our little run through town now. Just as per usual, really. So it's important to remember with Digivolution and stuff like that we don't have to achieve every single thing. The game breaks it down into 4 separate columns basically: care mistakes, body weight, the stats, and the bonus condition. And you only have to achieve 3 out of these 4 to achieve Digivolution. Now, it means it adds this sort of random kind of feel to the game, because like at times you'll get Digimon even though you don't achieve all the stats and stuff like that. And I think that happened to us with Miramon, our first little Digivolution straight into an ultimate and stuff like that too. So yeah, a bit tight again. We probably could have pushed him harder. So yeah, I just thought I'd very briefly mention that, and just gonna use a Porto Body on him. Nice big increase in discipline then. That was nice. So yeah, the other big thing I think to remember, of course, as well, is that they're this is a very difficult to achieve a lot of these Digivolutions without Quagamon, Karbuterimon, and Centauromon. Like with those 3, you can get a lot more Digivolution going, and with of course with the carrots and stuff too. I love when the Digimon disappears off the screen, and then all of a sudden he shows up at the bottom of the screen. Like, oh, right, it just kind of spawns there. New orders, yay! So at this point now, once you've achieved all of your champion stats, it's time to start having a look at which stats you're going to need to get for your ultimate, and what your stats are going to have to look like. Kind of hoping he won't take it. Good. Now our ultimate requires Piximon, which means we need 300, 300, 400, 400 for the stats. Now, having a look at the weight there, that's great. I'm going to give him 1 sirloin right now, just to push him up to 29. Hopefully assure our Digivolution a little bit further. So now I'm actually going to start training offense, for the sake of I need to get this to 300. Again, I can see that he's hungry, but I'm going to put him to sleep anyways. Try and rack those care mistakes up. Care mistakes reset upon Digivolution though, so at some point we're going to be resetting all these care mistakes when we evolve into Quagamon. A nice long video here. I'm going to probably hopefully do this entire Digivolution sequence as one big video. I think that would be cool, because that way you can sort of see the whole process, start to finish. No cuts or anything like that. Just might mean we won't have much to talk about, which is fine. Just watch some gameplay. Okay, Digivolution time. Fingers crossed that we go into Kawagamon. But if we get Vegemon, it will not be the end of the world. But if we get Numemon, might be the end of the world, but we can deal. We can definitely deal with the Numemon in a practical manner. That is insane. We got Karbuterimon. Wow. Wow, that's pretty awesome, guys. We should not have gotten you Karbuterimon, but for the sake of this, let's just continue on with a happy face. Karbuterimon is a very powerful Digimon, possessing some good Earth techs, can only learn a couple of air techs, does not have the Megalo Spark, unfortunately, has the Wind Cutter and I believe the Hurricane technique. Aside from that, he has a nice range of Earth techs, and if we have a look at the Earth techs that he has, I'll give you the rundown of it all. So in his fire techs, we have number 2 is Prominence Beam, an incredibly powerful technique that we were unable to learn to begin with. The Spitfire technique, which we have, and of course, the final move he has here is called Red Inferno, and that's a bit of a flamethrower style move that I think Greymon used it on us and stuff like that. Most powerful Digimon, powerful fire types will learn that move, and a decent move overall. From the air techs, he is only possessing of Wind Cutter, and his secondary move is number 8, which is Hurricane, which is a very powerful move that I didn't manage to pick up. One I did want to pick up though. However, his Earth techs are extraordinarily broad. He picks up the Poison Powder on slot 1. He does not learn Bug, which is very interesting considering the fact that there's the Karbuterimon who teaches you Bug. He does pick up though at number 3 Mass Morph, which is the defense boosting technique. He also has in slot 5 Charm Perfume. He has the Poison Claw technique, Danger Sting, and Green Trap. So some decent moves there, but not the greatest moveset in the world. I'm going to end this video here at this point. Karbuterimon's Digivolution options are not exactly broad. I believe he only has 2. One being Hercules Karbuterimon, a Digimon I've never ever gotten in my entire Digimon experience. This is really throwing me off for a loop. Let me have a quick look at Karbuterimon stuff and I'll give you the details. Where the hell is it? Scouring my book for Karbuterimon's Digivolution stuff. Here we go. Karbuterimon digivolves only from 2 Digimon, Biomon or Kunmon, with a care mistakes value of 0 to 1. Now, as you can see, we did way more than 0 to 1 care mistakes there, so didn't even factor in care mistakes at all when it digivolved us to Karbuterimon. Body weight of 30, which we did have, and stats that are basically HP 1000, offense 100, defense 100, speed 100. So we had all the correct stats as well for Karbuterimon. We had the bonus condition as well, which is current Digimon Kunmon. So we had 3 out of 4, so therefore we were able to achieve Karbuterimon regardless of the care mistakes. Basically, the Digivolution options are for us Metal Mummymon, Metal Maymon, depending on how you want to say it, and Hercules Karbuterimon. So Hercules Karbuterimon is one of the 3 secret ultimates, if you will. His stats are a bit odd. I'm going to have a bit of a look around, a bit of a research now, and work out what we're going to do from here. We may just take Karbuterimon out into the world after a bit of training and do some more stuff out in the world. He doesn't have the moveset I want in terms of techs and stuff, in terms of techs I want to learn and that. He's also a vaccine type though, so we could take him into Freezeland and we could start Freezeland stuff because you do need a vaccine type to do Freezeland. I'm TheOnceCorrupt, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was long, but you can see how random Digivolution is, even just from seeing this. Very interesting overall. Rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.